turning 100, I actually wondered what the people of St. Philip's thought about themselves and about the community. So I thought the best way to get an answer was to ask them. And this is the result.
Phillips, glad you've been there.
I love the feeling of community at St. Philip's. It's wonderful.
One thing I appreciate about St. Philip's is the camaraderie with the people who attend, and the point that Malcolm made earlier, that I think God attends every Sunday.
God pushed me in the door 10 years ago, and here I've been ever since.
The friendship, the people, the love.
I love the tapestry on the wall in the back left-hand corner.
I love about St. Philip's is I get tickled on the cow.
Chicken and potatoes with a vicar.
We're at the art group this morning. I love the art group. I love the support, the love we have for one another in our community.
I really appreciate about St. Philip's being released to be able to go into the prison system on a Sunday. It's wonderful. Love it.
What the Lord did was take, and I think it affects a lot of South Africans, a certain arrogance out of us. And the Australian day mate, we're all the same, came in. Are you with me? And I think St. Philip's, from that point of view, has been a very good leveller.
I really like being at kids' church at that St. Philip's.
I like everybody because they're all so friendly.
The camaraderie, the getting together, and I suppose the spiritual feel of the place. Very good.
I've been coming to St. Philip's for 30 years and I'd hate to go anywhere else.
It's been a privilege to come to a place from so far away and be welcomed by so many people.
When we came to Australia, St. Philip's welcomed us and it became our home away from home in Australia.
St. Philip's just felt like home.
I like meeting on Wednesday for a prayer group and just being with like-minded people.
It's 10 years ago since we finished the additions to this church, and it's made me very pleased and happy and delighted to see how the church has grown since then.
I just feel like St. Philip's is my new family, and I just love being here with all the people. It's wonderful.
I love the way St. Philip's just gives me a spot of calmness in the hustle and bustle of life around Perth and Western society. It's just a nice place where love abounds.
I think I've been in the community about 25 years now, and what a delight that's been, and what a privilege to keep learning of new things about the Lord. That's just been the most exciting thing.
For the past 15 years, St. Philip's has been like a new life to us.
100 years ago, that was just an idea in people's minds, and now it's become a reality, and it's a vibrant church in Cottesloe.
I'm just barely 30 and I've been coming here for a quarter of a century.
I came here about 20 years ago now, I suppose, when I was dating Coralie, and it's just been a great place of love and family and support.
What I love about St. Philip's is that it's very inclusive of every level of society.
St. Philip's, to me it's love, Christian fellowship, learning and worshipping God and finding out more about my faith.
Oh, I really like the people. They're grouse.
I love Father Malcolm at that church.
Church for me is really important for its community. It is something that you have a closeness with a lot of people, and through them you have a closeness with God.
I was baptised here and used to play peekaboo under the altar cloth, and while I don't do that anymore, I'm still here.
I love seeing people light up when they hear the gospel.
Well, these guys are my family, and I love a big family. And they support me, and they encourage me, and they love me, and they pray for me. So what's better than that?
Would you like to say to us about St Philip's? Nothing.
Yeah, one of the things I like about St Philip's is the Friday morning painting group, where we get together and support one another in the work we do and really enjoy it. And it's friendly and it's warm and it's very supportive. And sometimes there are God stories as well, which is great.
Friday's a lovely day. We get together as a group and we enjoy what we do, and sometimes we produce a great picture.
It's 100 years of community.
I like all the people that let us house sit for them.
My wedding here 1,000 years ago. I hope they're not filming it.
God has shown me that we're stronger in community than we are by ourselves, and that's the way we're meant to live.
I relate to Malcolm especially. He reminds me of my school chaplain in Adelaide in the 50s. Very straightforward, understandable. The people here also are extremely friendly. I enjoy the 7:30 service for the music, particularly, being somewhat older than the average population in that service.
No, I've been coming here since I was 12, and St Philip's grounds me and my kids and my family.
We've become a part of St Philip's community, St Philip's Church. The church means a great deal because of the people. The people are family. The caring that happens amongst people here is second to none.
I'm John, and St Philip's has been a great home church for us in the 23 years since we came back from Sydney, and it's been great.
St Philip's is great. We've moved even closer.
Like being challenged by Dad's sermons?
I just love how St Philip's gives me a home away from home and a family and a community.
What I appreciate about St Philip's is the fellowship of the people, but their focus on Jesus and the way they integrate their faith in Jesus with practical living.
I love St Philip's because the people there are friendly.
St Pip's was the first time, I think, that we've actually been discipled and cared for as a couple and as a family in ministry.
St Philip's, a lifetime of worshipping God.
I find St Philip's to be a very caring community. I really like the people for the way they care for one another.
I've been talking to Potsy and it's been a wonderful experience. He's helped change my life.
I like St Philip's. We started going there about 16 years ago, and it's something that my wife and I both do together and thoroughly enjoy. We love our 7:30 crowd, and in lots of ways we think they represent better things than some of our friends elsewhere.
I love the way St Philip's, the people of St Philip's, go out and meet the community outside of the four walls of this place.
We're architecture students from Curtin, and this is a really important building.
God is love.
To St Philip's, forever and ever.